world. What's up? My name is Big Back. Hope you doing well. All right, very good. So today, let's talk about something else. All right, especially for my people, for those in Zimbabwe. Let's talk about the music industry. Okay, so many people talk about music industry because we have a lot of talented people, and that's a fact. People are talented, people are gifted, but there's something that we don't have that other people have, and it's a list of things that other people have that we don't have. One, we don't have the money. We don't have as much money, yeah, to put in the music industry. That is maybe our economy so forth. As much as we have other people who are in the diaspora doing the same thing, that is music again, but we don't have the money still, you know, to put in the music industry. That's number one. It's different from South Africa. South Africa's got money. They've got the broadcasting, televisions and stations and radio and everything to push the music when they make the music out. They have institutions that help them push the music beyond their borders. The Maori choice. We don't have that, right? We don't have that in Zim. We don't have that. Like Nigeria, they do have that. We don't have that. Then secondly, the obvious thing that people don't want to look at, and people want to give you examples of Jamaica. We don't have the population, right? We don't have the population. We don't have numbers. We are a country of 20 million people and 50 million people in the country. Of course, we can talk of 4 million people being a good number just to help us push the numbers outside the borders. But my friends, my guys, let's be real with each other here. This is real talk. We don't have numbers, right? Thirdly, matter of language. As much as people that we don't want to talk about it and they say language doesn't matter when it comes to music. How many songs and how many music out of millions of songs that are produced and distributed each and every day that make it out there in the regions and areas where people they don't understand the story of what the musician is talking about. There are so many good songs and good music that are Spanish that don't make it to regions that speak English. But there'll be good songs and great songs also. They don't make it there. Right? Because of the population, we have good music that we have. Good example, we do have Fire Emoji. It's a great song. Check it out there, it's a great song. But it's just because maybe some people they don't resonate with the story in it. They don't know what we will be talking about. So they don't resonate with it. Good example. Right? We don't want to sing in other languages. You can try to give examples. Diamond Platinums. Diamond, my guy, he sings in Swahili. How many people speak Swahili? How many people are in his country? Going back to my factor number one. He's from Tanzania, a country with about 53 million people. Right? Then, how many people speak Swahili and understand Swahili? And you're from Zimbabwe with 50 million people, and of which 15 million people, not all of the people understand English or even Ndebele, or even any other language that you may want to speak in. Right? So you'll be singing to about 10 million people. Then there's Diamond. He's from a country with 53 million people or more. And he speaks a language that is spoken with the whole region of East Africa. People in Uganda speak and understand Swahili. People in Congo speak and understand Swahili. People in Rwanda speak and understand Swahili. People in Kenya do the same. People in Somalia, the same. People in Sudan, the same. People in Djibouti, the same. You understand? And this Kenya's got around like 80 million people. Uganda, big margins of people, about 36 million people from there. Malawi, region of Malawi, they speak and understand Swahili. How many people? Congo, how many people? Rwanda, how many people? That's the whole region for himself. Right? It's just like how much a Zulu rapper can rap and people from Matebele in Zimbabwe can understand what he's talking about, can understand his story. Right? We don't have that. We don't have that. We don't have the numbers. We don't have the money. But one thing that we have is the gift. Then the other thing, most vital thing that we don't have is We don't have an urban sound. Urban sound because most of the population nowadays around the world is full of people who are urban people and young people. People want urban music. Since Tuku was doing traditional and Mukanya traditional, do we have any modern sound that we have that is ours? We have a Zim dancehall that's ours. We have Zim R&B, Zim hip hop that's borrowed. Can you tell me, would you want to listen to an Algerian, someone from Algeria doing Sungura when you have Macheso, when you have Makingwazi? Who have time for that? I don't have, personally, I don't have time for that. I don't know about you. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for someone from Egypt who wants to play Sungura. I don't have time for that. I'll go to Macheso. Just that. I'll do the obvious things. So the same will just happen to somebody else. Yeah. And very few songs make it out because they are coming from a region that doesn't sing the same songs. How many musicians, reggae musicians that you know that have made it? How many hip hop? It's just a tiny number, and you just want us to fish in the very small pond like that? We don't have it. You cannot do that. How many hip hop artists do you know are from Africa that are successful? Huh? And to what extent are they successful? Next to see, to what extent he is successful. Casper Nyovest, to what extent is he successful? Rest in peace, aka. But to what extent was he successful? But when they do, those guys who does Amapiano, look how great they are because the sound is authentic and it's theirs. Just like the guys who do Afropop. As for now, I'll end it here. But there's a big debate. People want to argue with that, but those facts are for real. They won't be changed. Cool. Goodbye.